I'd felt like I'd been here for 5 years. And now that it's coming up on my 1 year, I'm like, holy cow, is it 1 year already? It's just kind of crazy how that works.
Constantly improving, developing, embracing that change, but then continuous transformation is the key.
Welcome to IT by Design's Culture and Career Corner with CEO Sunny Kaila. Today's guest is Tiffani Spealman, Event Manager for Build It Live at IT by Design. Today, they chat about her career journey, IT by Design culture, and the lessons she wants to share with future generations of professionals. Over to you, Sunny.
Hi, Tiffani.
Hi, Sunny. How are you?
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. I am very grateful to be here. I was excited when you asked me. I felt honored.
Yeah, it was so awesome to see you on my show today. I have been waiting to bring you to my show, and because I really enjoy my teamwork with you. I know we get less opportunities for us to kind of really have the direct teamwork, but any opportunity that I had to work with you in this very short journey, I truly enjoyed it, and you're so pleasant to work with.
Well, I appreciate that, Sunny. Back at you. I've definitely learned a lot from you. Like you said, it hasn't been too long since I've been with IT by Design, but you share a lot of inspiration, knowledge, and everything with our team. So I appreciate you. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you for those kind words.
Yeah.
So now we're going to get into your life journey, your career journey. So can you share kind of a quick summary of your life journey and a little bit about your career?
Yeah. So I grew up in Michigan, actually. I grew up on a farm, on an 80-acre farm, and showed horses, showed dogs, showed rabbits. So from a very young age, it instilled in me a hard work ethic. I worked 3 jobs, had 3 internships in college, stayed at home, took the route of trying to not go into debt as I went to college, and was very successful at that. So again, that work ethic, keeping me financially in a good spot as I was going through college. I worked as a manager at Wendy's. I learned so much at Wendy's. It was honestly one of the best jobs that I'd ever had in terms of building. You have a family there. It's literally your second family. You're working in such a small space with 10 to 12 people at a time. You get to know people pretty well. And you've got to be able to work with a lot of different personalities, and learning that skill at such a young age, really. After college, I moved to Ohio. I had a job as a marketing coordinator where I took a fish oil company in the natural product industry. It was a great place to learn a lot of the basics in terms of social media, email marketing, that sort of thing. From there, I went to the food industry. I worked at Gordon Food Service for about 3 years as their campaign and event manager, creating experiences for a lot of people here in Ohio regarding Gordon Food Service and what we can offer their company to help them grow. Because of COVID, my position as an event and campaign manager got dissolved. So during COVID, we weren't really spending money on, we weren't having events, we weren't having campaigns for our sales team. So that position was dissolved, unfortunately, but I was able to get a director of marketing position. As a marketing director, I had to find a lot of creative ways to provide value to the company. So I had to learn a CRM system and help manage that system with the sales team. And that was the first time I had really dove into any type of sales-focused role. I've been so focused on creating experiences and events, but I missed my roots. I missed my event experience. I missed creating experiences for people and helping people learn. So I found IT by Design. And got back into event management. So I've been with IT by Design since March 2022. So 9 months now, 9 or 10 months.
Yeah.
And
That-
it's crazy. It's when I was like 5 or 6 months into this role, I'd felt like I'd been here for 5 years. And now that it's coming up on my 1 year, I'm like, holy cow, is it 1 year already? It's just kind of crazy how that works. But I came in as I'm the event manager for Build It Live. And I came in March. The event was in July. So I had about 5 months to really build an event, learn a new industry, and learn a new company. So I was a sponge, taking in as much as I could from Cam and Rita and yourself and, a lot of the leaders at IT by Design, just trying to do the best we can to build It Live 22. So I could take what I learned and keep it going for Build It Live 23 and onward. So I've also had the great opportunity to take IT by Design to other conferences as well and attend those conferences, learn more about the industry, take notes on what other industry events are doing, and take those improvements for Build It Live as well. So I've definitely learned a lot professionally and personally with my 9 months that I've been here.
Yeah, this very short journey, Tiffani. So getting the Build It 2022 done and creating those experiences. And then on top of it, you took us to IT Nation and have us shine. And you made us shine there. So it's just because you accomplished so much in this very short period of time. And that's why it probably seems like 5 years. And kudos to you for not only learning the new industry, but doing really, really well. And really, the Build It experience, people are still talking about it for last year experience. And I know you guys have so much to kind of so many additional things in the upcoming Build It. So we're going to talk about that a little bit as well. But one thing that I did not like, which is you said Wendy was the best job. I thought ITBD was the best job.
Wendy's was so much fun. I spent 5 years at Wendy's, Sunny. I made a family there. To this day, I still talk to those people and connect with them and try and see them when I can, when I go back to Michigan. But hey, I haven't even been here a year, Sunny. You can take the claim, at my work.
Point taken. Point taken. You have just completed 5 years here. The like on one side of the the thinking there,
Yeah.
but you just shared that it seems like it feels like I'm here from 5 years.
Yeah.
So we will do this session when you complete 6 years, and then we will see which one is more close family to you.
Exactly.
So Tiffani, what are your top 3 life lessons?
Top 3 life lessons are stay in a state of uncomfortableness, and I think you'll surprise yourself. Build your brand. And third, expect the best, but prepare for the worst.
Yeah. So what do you mean by uncomfort? What do you mean by surprise yourself?
Yeah. So I think if you put yourself into situations where it's new. So if you try new things, you're pushing your limits, it's going to expand your skills and your knowledge. Make bigger choices. So big choices are hard. Decisions are hard. And you have to jump in and hope for the best. And that's where I think that you'll surprise yourself.
Got it. So what I'm hearing you say is that sometimes, we have the self-doubt that, hey, I cannot do this, right? So the surprise comes from you being able to do something that that inner voice normally tells you that, hey, you can't do it, right? That you are not good enough to do this. But when you take that chance, make that bigger choice, put yourself into that uncomfort zone, because any progress will require that. And then that becomes a little bit more on, you build a skill, a competency that becomes a norm. So that uncomfortable item becomes comfortable, and that gives you something new in life.
Exactly. And once you feel that uncomfortable thing become comfortable, you get a high. And once you feel that that feeling. It's undescribable, right? I know you've felt it before, Sunny. And it sets you off into a trajectory of positivity and just to try new things because you know you can overcome them.
But Tiffani, what do you mean by build your brand? I understand you being a marketing person. Like, what do you mean? Like, is it for everyone, and why it is important?
Yeah, building your brand is for everyone. Whether you like it or not, you have a brand. You are known for something, and it's whether or not you take the intention to create what people think about you when your name is said. So you need to ask yourself, what is your mission? What are you here to do and accomplish? What are your values? What's important to you? And what will make you feel good at the end of the day?
Right.
And you need to ask yourself, what do you want your legacy to be? What do you want to be known for when you're gone, right? And
Mhm.
making your life decisions based on your brand,
Mhm.
that'll just take you to a positive place. That'll take your life to where you want it to go and keep you on a course. It'll be your compass.
Yeah. So what I hear you say there is that know your purpose, right? Your mission,
Mhm.
life
Yep.
purpose, know your values, like your core values, and then how do you want to be remembered, right? Your legacy.
Yep.
What are you going to leave behind? And then when people think of you, right? So throughout your life, what do they see in your brand? Are you a brand of reliability? Are you a brand of honesty? Are you a brand of what is your brand definition? Like your individual brand. We all have that. Is it by design or by default? And what I hear you say is that be intentional about creating your brand by design.
100%, Sonny. You nailed it.
Awesome. Okay. So thank you. So now with the third one, expect the best and prepare for the worst. What do you mean by that?
So in any situation, this actually was great advice that I got from one of my leaders back at Gordon Food Service, Terry Wozniak. He's still a mentor for me today, and we keep a strong relationship. But this rings in my ear every single time I come up to a situation or I'm trying to make a decision or I'm trying to prepare for a life event or a professional event. Um, expect the best, prepare for the worst. I can just hear his voice in my head every single time. Um, and you have to think about any situation from all angles. That's just a good business practice anyway. Think about everything that could happen, might happen, will happen, and prepare for it, right? So have the positive mindset that everything will work out the way it's supposed to, but if it doesn't, it will because I'm actually prepared for it.
Right. Well, that makes lots of sense. You expect the best, prepare for the worst, then it just kind of really improve. I think it helps you with that courage to try something new as well. So it has some kind of connection with the first point that you shared, because making a bigger choice will require this type of thinking as well.
Yes, totally agree. And I think it builds up your confidence to in case something goes wrong. You have a backup plan. You're prepared for
Yeah,
something, to go wrong. So you jump into a situation um, more confidently.
yeah. Okay, so in terms of life lessons, Tiffani, it's trying new things, right? So
Right.
it's step out of your comfort zone to try new things, push yourself to get to the next level, and then know your brand, who you want to be, and then be intentional about building, managing your own brand, and then having a little bit more on in terms of expecting the best and preparing for the worst. When you're prepared for the worst, then it kind of really gives you a lot more confidence, because what is the worst that can happen, and you're kind of so well prepared. And life is all about preparing yourself, because anything that we do in life, majority of the people, they fail to prepare for the worst, and that's where kind of they get into real trouble. Now, my last question to you is, how would you describe IT by design culture?
I would describe IT by Design's culture as a community. And that's our mission, right? That's the reason that IT by Design exists and why Build It exists, is to create a community of happy people. And that is, people come and work at IT by Design to do more than just the job. They come to IT by Design to be a member of the community, and we all have specific roles in the community to keep it alive, to keep it happy, to keep it thriving. And everyone takes their role seriously. And that's something that is different at IT by Design culture. You're more like neighbors. You're more like family. You care about each other deeper than just the job role, but in your life. And it's rare to find a company that embraces that from the top down. You might have a small inner team that you feel that with, but an entire company in 3 different countries that you feel that with, that's huge. And in IT by Design, they create an environment that it embraces the mentality of, if you're not winning, you're learning. And when you have an environment like that, it's a petri dish that breeds innovation and disruption in the channel and keeps us thriving and interested. And it's leaders like you, Sunny, and Cam, and Rita, and Javed, and Dave, and all of these people that we have under our belt. You guys all understand that, employee engagement comes from something deeper than how you communicate with your employees and how you treat your employees just at work. It's outside of that. You're helping us create a life by design, right? You're helping us look at our health, look at our mental health and physical health, look at how we want to be remembered. And that's something that companies don't do. It's abnormal, which is great.
Yeah, that's and when your life purpose is clear as a leader, then it comes very naturally. And if it's not aligned with your life purpose and it's not aligned with your core values, it's just hard. You can't fake it. When back in the days, our old way is that you develop something for your lifetime. It could be you develop engineer skill, or you're working in a factory, you kind of develop that skill. You just have that skill, and that's good for you. You're all set for your life. You could be a doctor, you could be an engineer, you could be anything. When there were a lot of factory workers, and people just went to school, they did whatever they did, and then they got their job, and that's it. Now, you could be in any profession. It's just every profession is changing so much with so much speed that your education today is going to be irrelevant in the next year, right? So it's constantly improving, developing, embracing that change, but then continuous transformation is the key. And when you build a company, you build a culture where learning is at the center, and continuous learning, continuous education, continuous self-transformation, then you will not become irrelevant. And that's what we believe in. If our team members are not becoming irrelevant, collectively as a unit, collectively as a company capability, we will not be irrelevant, like Blockbuster or some other companies like Kodak, to a lot of other companies where just because of missing continuous transformation, continuous innovation, they are no longer relevant in this world. So, it's a win-win. So it's, for companies to take this approach actually will help you win as a company, as a collective unit. So that's what my thinking is about, why we are so intentional about learning and growing and continuous transformation. And we always talk about this with Build It. Not only we talk about it, we put our action behind our words and our thinking. And then not only that we do it for ourselves, we do it for others in the channel. And Build It is a great, great platform to learn, grow for MSPs. And we do it from our heart, and people feel it, people see it. And that's because of people like you, where you guys serve from your heart and with the purpose. and that alignment is there in terms of purpose, core values, and who we are serving, who are we being hero to, which is MSPs. So it's like everything is interconnected when you think about this. And I'm so proud of you, Tiffani. And thank you for coming to my show. I appreciate you, and you take care.
Thank you, Sunny. I really appreciate you having me on.